Hello family, and welcome to today's video tutorial. Today we're going to be totally tricking out the new Thinlits, the new card Thinlits. So let's dive right in with our stamping. I'm going to be using the You Make Me Happy from the Hello Lovely. I don't know how else, I mean every time I say that stamp set I have to say it that way. So anyway, this is the You Make Me Happy from Hello Lovely onto some Whisper White cardstock using Tempting Turquoise ink, and because it's a bold image stamp I'm going to hold it in place for an extra couple seconds, and ta-da. And then I'm going to teach you how to perfectly cut this out using your paper trimmer. So I didn't use the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, as you can tell. So let me bring in my paper trimmer. I know a lot of you, the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig people either love it or hate it. So I want to teach you how to do this. Now this, of course, this only works with things that are squared off. You can't do this with a, a circle or something like that. So if you hate the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, it might be time to embrace your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. Okay, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to line this up where I've got the edge of the blue. And I've showed this in other videos. If you're like, Mag, I think I've seen you do this before. You have, if you were a VIP member. Alright, so I'm just going to line up the edge of the blue with the clear edge of my paper trimmer and cut. Now that gives me the perfectly straight edge, and so I can rest it up against my cutting ledge here. Once again, we're going to line up the blue with the clear edge. We're just going to go round and round and round. Now, when I can't really hold the cardstock still, I'll share with you two tricks. Number one is just grab an extra piece of cardstock. And I've got this extra piece of cardstock against this ledge. It's got a straight edge on it. And I've got it over too far on purpose, and I'm pushing the yellow. So it's a little bit of a cheat method. There we go. And then this last one should be easy. I say should be, but boom. Alright, so it is. And we've got that perfect border now all the way around. So let me get this out of the way. We're going to talk about die cutting. So let's talk about this piece right here and this piece right here. So this is the circle card Thinlits. That's the base for it. And then this is a piece of Tempting Turquoise cardstock. And I've already had it cut. And don't worry, I'm going to teach you all of this. So this piece is 5.5 by 8 3/4. Then the first thing you want to do is scoring, believe it or not. You're going to kind of build this upside down. So you're going to score this. So imagine this isn't cut. You're going to score in at 2 7/8 inches, whether you're using your Stampin' Trimmer or you're using your Simply Scored or whatever else you're using. Score in 2 7/8. Okay, then you're going to pick up your cardstock and you're going to take it and you're going to feed it through from the bottom, I don't know why I just did it from the top, to right here. Now see how it's askew? Make sure you've got it good and lined up where it's squared off. Okay, and then if you've got a magnetic platform for your Big Shot, use it. Trust me, just use it. If you don't, hold your breath and don't shake. Okay, so when you run this through your Big Shot, run it through to right here. Now, if you've never cut with these before, I will warn you, it's going to feel like you are breaking your Big Shot. If you are using the multi-purpose platform with it all the way closed, a cutting plate or your okay, so either your multi-purpose platform all the way closed, all your tabs closed, or your magnetic platform, a clear cutting plate, this, and then another clear cutting plate, you will be just fine. Alright, so running it through, cut through to right here. Don't go all the way or else you'll get the imprint from this edge on your cardstock. So run it through, let it cut to here, and then back it out. Alright, so then the next thing that and then you'll have this. Okay, so then the next thing that you want to do is take from the adorning accents is this fun little border. And I'm just going to cut off a little section off the edge of the blue that's closest to the circle. So when you've die cut that, peel it away and you get this fabulous edge. Alright, now you're going to want a pencil and a 2.5-inch circle punch. And we're going to bring in 2 different pieces that we're going to do this on. So let's do this first with our Daffodil Delight. So this is going to be 2 1/8 by 5.5 inches. You want to do this with the card already folded and fold it back. So slide that Daffodil Delight in as far as it'll go. We're going to take our pencil. We're going to trace that circle. And then we're going to very carefully punch that out. So then you're going to grab your snips, because this is a little bit bigger, but it does most of the cutting work for you. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it does most of the work for you. Then just grab your snips and just cut these little sections here. So I like things that'll at least get me started, especially when it comes to circles. Alright, so I've got that. Now I just need to adhere that into place. Okay, so now let's talk about our next piece. So we're going to kind of do the same thing. This is a piece of Whisper White. It's going to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then on the 5 1/2 side, you want to score it at 2 3/4. So what I'm going to do is line this up and fold this over and flip my card over with it like that. Magic pencil again. And now this one you can pretty much do completely with that 2.5-inch circle punch. It'll be pretty spot on. Grab your favorite little eraser. And there you have it. Okay, so now let's get to adhering. Alright, so we're going to take some of the Gingham Garden washi tape. So this is just that Daffodil Delight. And on the section I didn't cut, I'm going to use this washi tape. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of a Whisper White border. Get that good and stuck down. And find my scissors. I know they're around here somewhere because I just used them. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim this off. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I've got adhesive, so you know, I've got adhesive on either side of that score line, and then just little bits there and there. I'm just going to match up that seam, that scoring line on the Tempting Turquoise and the Whisper White. And then I've got that. Alright, so then we're going to take this piece of Daffodil Delight. And adhere it behind there. So now our card's coming together. Can you see it? Okay, now we're going to go pretty quick because that was the hardest part, but it did take some time. So let's start building out some mad fast layers. So with our card started like this, and so when I fold these, I like to fold it in half and then fold this back. We're going to pay attention to this circle right here. I'm going to start with a 2 3/8-inch scallop circle in Whisper White. On top of that's going to go a 2-inch circle of Strawberry Slush. Top of that is going to go 1 3/4-inch Daffodil Delight scallop. And then we've got our sentiment. Now before I go any further with that, I've got a little strip of the Modern Medley, this little zigzag one. I have a feeling I'm never going to use this as a big piece. It's always going to be for these little scallops. Or I say scallops, good gosh, little zigzags, the little chevrons, whatever you call them. And that's actually a bit too much showing. I just want a hint of that black and white. This little strip is going to really pop on the front of your card. I've got washi tape stuck to me. I have everything stuck to me, I feel like, today. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, and I've got dimensionals on the back. Get that nice and in the center. All right, so we've got that. Now we need to flip this section in. And this is going to get a piece of strawberry slush, the in color pattern paper. This is going to be 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. Get that all good and stuck down. So now our card looks like this when it's closed. And when we open it, we need to pay attention to this circle right here. So I've got a piece of strawberry slush. And I've got my pennant builder punch, and I've got my snail adhesive. You're going to want all of this. And I'm going to start, so this strip is 1 inch tall. I only want 1 inch. I don't want the full pennant. So there's 1, 2, I'm going to do 3 of these bad boys. I'm going to bring in my good ones and get rid of these others. Okay, and then remember that Daffodil Delight, that little half circle we started with? And we're going to take from the Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack the little flower. And then just get some snail on these. And then I've got another scallop that's the 2 3/8 inch scallop in Whisper White. And I would love to use dimensionals, but this is kind of the inside of our card, so I'm not. Okay, it works better if you actually stick it down. And I'm not pushing down real hard, so I can adjust my angles here. Ta-da! Alright, now we just need our rhinestones. So I'm using the rhinestones, the biggest ones on the multi-size sheets. And boom, our card is done. So look at this. Let me move all this out of the way so we only see the card in its full glory. All right, so we've got this. This is what it's going to look like when it's closed. And then we open it, and we open it, and that's how you can have your message without everyone seeing it when the card is closed. So I hope that you love learning how to totally trick out this little card Thinlit. This has been a lot of fun for me to figure out. I love these Thinlits on their own, but I love them even more because you can do so much with them. Okay, family, now it's your turn. While you are creating, I am going to be playing with this and just watching it all day long. But I can't wait to see what you create using this tutorial. So as soon as you're done, upload it into the Stamping Family Gallery. Have fun and have a great day.